Please be seated. It is my honor to welcome all to the 33rd commencement exercises at Beacon College. I am Dr. Shelley Chandler, Provost, and it's my privilege to serve as the Master of Ceremonies for this solemn yet joyous event. It is my pleasure first to introduce the Orlando Brass Quintet to lead us in our national anthem. May I please ask all of you to stand again? Please be seated. We are called together to recognize and affirm the achievements of the college's class of 2023. 34 years ago this month, a courageous and visionary group of parents founded Beacon College. Today, their influence and guiding spirit are continued by our community's fiduciaries, the college's Board of Trustees. It is my privilege now to call upon Dr. Daniel Averbeck, the Chair of Beacon's Board of Trustees, to offer the board's greetings and congratulatory message to our graduates.
Thank you, Dr. Chandler. Well, what a day for celebration. It is indeed a special honor to welcome all gathered here today to recognize the achievements of the Beacon College class of 2023. I extend my greetings on behalf of my colleagues who served with understandable pride on the college's Board of Trustees. Now, at the outset, I want to express my sincere gratitude to the parents, guardians, and grandparents of our graduates, particularly for trusting that Beacon College was the place where your young adults could not only find acceptance, but also as the place where they would learn to embrace the challenges that life thrust upon them and to turn those challenges into opportunities to discover their unique strengths. Thank you for the sacrifices that you've made throughout the education of your daughters and sons, and particularly for making a Beacon College education possible for them. Now, and for you graduates, as if going away to college for the first time wasn't challenging enough, COVID's arrival made your first few years with us even more demanding. But here you are today, stronger, more confident, and much wiser for having conquered these and all the unprecedented challenges that life thrust upon you. Well before the pandemic, I asked you graduates to go back some, 5 or 6 years, to a time when most of you were about to finish high school. How many of you, if you're honest with yourselves, had some doubts about whether you would someday graduate from college? For me, I have to go back over 50 years to a time when I wasn't sure I would even go to college. And What about you, parents, guardians, grandparents of our new graduates? How many of you had some doubts about whether your student would someday achieve a college degree? So what we celebrate today is certainly your academic accomplishment, but it's also much more. When visitors first encounter Beacon, they often want to know what is it that makes Beacon and its graduates so successful. Now, from my work at Beacon over the past 11 years, I'd have to say that it's the courage to take risks, to overcome your own and others' doubts, and to reach for the life abundant. These are the qualities embraced by the faculty, the staff, and instilled in you through your work in the classroom, interactions with learning specialists, living on campus, and participation in clubs and athletics. When I first joined the Beacon community, there were certainly doubts about the future of the college. With just over 100 students, limited residential space, an aging restaurant for a dining facility, and at best, a skeleton of a campus. But look at us today. Over the past 10 years, the campus and the entire Beacon experience, it's been transformed. I'll bet students and faculty back then couldn't have imagined the Beacon of today. But more importantly, look at you now. During your time at Beacon, you've been transformed from doubters to believers. So that's what we really celebrate today. It's the courage to embrace the visions and to will those visions into reality despite all the roadblocks that might come our way. My hope is that we've learned that Beacon's secret is greater than the success of any one of us alone. Indeed, our courage has its source in the Beacon community, the faculty, the staff, learning specialists, administrators, parents, and families, all believing in you. I speak for all trustees and for all at Beacon in congratulating you on your accomplishment today and what it means for those who surround you. The world and society are in dire need of your leadership and involvement. In a very real sense, our future is in your hands. I leave you with some lines of encouragement by a work by John O'Donohue. May you have the courage today to live the life that you would love, to postpone your dream no longer, but do at last what you came here for, and waste your heart on fear no more. Awaken your spirit to adventure, hold nothing back, learn to find ease in risk. Soon you will be at home in a new rhythm, for your soul senses the world that awaits you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Chair Averback, for your message and for the leadership provided by you and your board colleagues. It is a long-standing tradition at the time of commencement to recognize graduates whose academic performance is particularly distinguished and worthy of the faculty's and the college's special recognition. It is my privilege, therefore, to call upon Dr. Jamie Fleming, Dr. Rick Perrone, and Professor Russ Bellamy to announce and bestow the college's departmental honors for the class of 2023. Will Dr. Fleming approach the podium?
Hi, I'm Jamie Fleming, Chair of the Department of Business and Technology. It is my privilege to announce Xavier Thomas as a recipient of this Department Award for the class of 2023. Xavier, Xavier is considered by his professors as no-nonsense, get-it-done student. Xavier always is well-prepared, on task, at hand, and works always works and exceeds his expectations. He tends to work well on his own, and he's shown respect by his peers when working in teams. These qualities will serve him well in the world. Please join me again to congratulate Xavier. It is now my privilege to invite Dr. Perrone to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Fleming. Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Rick Perrone, Department Chair of Human Services and Psychology. It is my distinct pleasure to announce Clifton Q, better known as Trey, as the recipient of the Department Award for 2023. Trey is an ideal student, as many of you guys know. His desire to learn and grow is an inspiration to those around him. I asked a few faculty members to make some comments on Trey. One member said, "I admire Trey's enthusiasm and eagerness to learn in and outside of the classroom." Another stated, "Trey is an exceptional student with the ability to light up the room and inspire his peers," which is very true. And finally, another said, "Trey shines. He takes a no-nonsense approach to doing his best and understanding the coursework." I'd like to congratulate you, Trey. Now it's my pleasure to invite Professor Russ Bellamy to the podium.
Hello, I am Professor Russ Bellamy, Chair of the Department of Humanities and Studio Arts. It is my privilege to announce Ryan Looney as the recipient of the Humanities Department's Award for the class of 2023. Despite only transferring to Beacon College 2 years ago, Ryan has had a huge impact on our department. He is always an active member in intellectual dialogue, both in class and in our humanities organization, bringing openness, curiosity, and kindness to debate, as well as a sharp sense of humor. However, he is so much more to the Beacon community than smart, hardworking, and attentive. He walked into Beacon knowing no one and still quickly became an anchor to the sorts of friendships that change students' lives and last forever. Ryan is an exemplar of scholarly risk-taking and resiliency, a true lover of knowledge and learning, and is the sort of student who is just great fun to work with. Congratulations, Ryan. Congratulations. Congratulations, Ryan. Next, it is my privilege to announce Wilkinson Jones as the recipient of the Studio Art Department's Award for the class of 2023. Wilkinson has been a powerful force in the Studio Arts Department since his arrival. He has always taken his work well beyond the standard expectation of classes. This personal drive is obvious in his drawings, paintings, sculptural works, and ambitious experimentation. Wilkinson has always been interested in material investigation and pushing boundaries. This was obvious through his activism, his research, and his depiction and interpretation of the figure. He has an uncanny ability to engage his audience and to help them both see and feel the experiences of others. I foresee this empathetic approach opening a lot of opportunities for Wilkinson as he enters the professional world. Congratulations, Wilkinson. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professors Fleming, Perrone, and Bellamy. And on behalf of the entire Beacon community, I offer heartfelt congratulations to the departmental award winners for the class of 2023. It is a privilege and custom in American higher education to recognize the academic leaders of each graduating class. The salutatory award, the second highest academic honor bestowed upon a senior today, goes to Alexander Patrick Rhodes.
Hello there. So salutatory, I'll be presenting a speech. So I'll be starting off with just a good morning. Good morning to the Beacon College Board of Trustees, Dr. Haggerty, faculty, staff, classmates, and families. I thank each of you for attending our graduation ceremony. You have all profoundly impacted the development of the students graduating today. I feel it is safe to say that I speak on behalf of the graduating class of 2023 in thanking each of you for all the support and guidance you have provided to each of us so that we can have this day to further our careers and dreams in our professions of choice. A special thanks to you, my mentors and support groups. I'll be forever grateful to each of you. It is my honor to be standing here today as Beacon College's salutatorian of the class of 2023 and to have the distinction of being introduced into the Psi Tau Omega Honor Society. I wish each graduate a successful future in whatever path you take. Thank you, Beacon College, for all you have done and inspired each of the graduates here today. Congratulations to the class of 2023.
Congratulations one more time to the salutatorian of the class of 2023. The Valedictory Award serves as the highest academic honor bestowed upon graduating seniors, and it will be conferred today on two graduates, Zerlyn Yu Strong Allen, who we know as Gway, and Sydney Kathleen Sugar. Will you please come forward?
Welcome. I want to start by saying congratulations to the graduating class of 2023. We all made it through some very challenging but then rewarding times. Every Beacon graduate is here today because you stayed strong and overcame the many challenges you faced along the way that come with your learning styles. Of course, that's true for me as well. On March 17, 2002, my adopted parents came to bring me to America from China. I had lived in an orphanage for 3 years, so when I came to the United States, I was behind in every way, physically, emotionally, and socially. That created some real challenges that I had to overcome. I had a very hard time learning English and didn't understand social cues. When I was in preschool, I simply could not communicate verbally, but I wanted to play with my classmates. One day, my father said, I had a ball in my hand. It seemed like I wanted to play, so I went up to another child on a playground, reached out my hand with the ball in it, and dropped it at her feet. Sadly, the child didn't understand, and I was still alone. I ended up going to school for neurodiverse students all my life, which was the key to being here in front of you today. But even then, I had some challenges. One day in first grade, I was acting out, refusing to learn cursive because I didn't understand what I to do. My teacher got so frustrated that she ended up taking my paper away, then took my pencil away, and when I was still disruptive, she put my desk in the hall. She was a great teacher and very supportive of me, but probably could have found a better way to deal with me right then. My point is that I was hard to help in the beginning. Now I can say and I can see that all the challenging experiences made me stronger. When I came to Beacon, I was a shy freshman, and thanks to all of you and my teachers, support staff, I'm a confident senior who will be going to the Middlebury College of Chinese Language Immersion program this summer. After that, I hope to go to China and continue studying Mandarin Chinese. Again, a huge shout out and thank you to everyone who was involved in my Beacon journey. I have gained so much knowledge, social experience, and academic skills in the last 4 years here. I wish our graduate class a great future, following your interests and passions. Go class of 2023. Thank you.
All right. Hello to my fellow graduates, professors, Beacon staff, family, and friends. My name is Sydney Sugar, and nothing could have ever prepared me to be up here speaking with you on this momentous day. 5-year-old Sydney wouldn't have even dreamed about this honor being a possibility for her. And now as I stand here before you, she is living proof that the brightest stars truly do come from the most unforeseen of circumstances. Growing up in a small town with 2 teachers as parents and an undiagnosed learning disability, school never came easy for me. For years, I felt that maybe I was just making it too hard for myself. I wasn't practicing hard enough. School just wasn't for me. Or maybe that I was just plain stupid. This reality never escaped me. I wanted nothing more than to succeed, but I always felt that I came up short. But nothing could have prepared me for what the hand of life was going to prepare for me next. Loss is something that most people have to endure at some stage of life, and for me that came at a very early age, an age that no child should be faced with. Both of my parents passed before I even graduated high school. And as I stand here as a college graduate, their absence is only amplified. While I wish nothing more than for them to be here with me today, I know they are here. I owe a lot of my determination, grit, and perseverance to them. Having to face the unthinkable at such a young age makes you realize something about life that most don't. And I knew I wanted to make a legacy out of my life as a way to honor them. Stepping onto Beacon's campus for my first day in 2019 truly changed everything for me. Never in my life had I felt like I was at such a right place for me up until coming here. For the first time ever, I felt like I was actually understanding my studies and what the material was. and that further confirmed to me that this is where I needed to be. Throughout my time at Beacon, I started working in the Center for Student Success as an office assistant my freshman year up until when I graduated from my studies in December. I was also a teaching assistant and a tutor, both roles of which helped me to showcase a leadership I didn't think I could possess within myself. These experiences helped me to build friendships with my fellow graduates that I know will last beyond the 4 years that we spent together here at Beacon. I connected with students and staff in the best way possible, and they also helped to form the student that you are seeing here today. There are so many memories, inside jokes, laughs, to the most unthinkable of circumstances, and I know a lot of the students that are sitting here with me today know exactly what I'm talking about. I've shared all of this with so many people here, and for that I am so forever grateful. My professors fought and pushed me to the highest heights to be the student they knew that I was capable of being. They were there to answer all my quote-unquote dumb questions, each and every single time. They were the ones to step in and be the driving force for me to succeed in my college career. And most importantly, they built me into the human services worker that I am today, as my success within their classrooms helped me to secure a job within the field before I even finished my studies. Yet another instance of how much we can achieve when we put in the necessary time, dedication, and passion into what we know we want to do for the rest of our lives. I want to express my deepest appreciation to the staff and faculty members of Beacon College, because without the combined efforts of each and every one of these dedicated and hardworking individuals, none of this will be possible for any of us who are about to walk across the stage today. Your selfless service and kindness dedication to your students should be a testament to you that you have done it again. You are sending forth this next generation of leaders into the workforce, higher education, or wherever the road may take us. And to all the family and friends that are standing beside myself and my fellow graduates, we certainly couldn't have gotten through these last 4 years without any of you. Your never-ending support, our never-ceasing cheerleaders, and your love that carried through all the hard work, battles, and tears for the long nights of projects and homework is not unnoticed. I leave you with this. Class of 2023, we are a force to be reckoned with. We are living testaments to all the people who told us we would not succeed, but look at us now. It has been my honor and privilege to have been a part of the Beacon community for the last 4 years. And while this chapter is coming to a close, let this be an encouragement to you that the next chapter will be all the more bright, fulfilling, rewarding, exciting, and successful as we have come to know through our own stories here at Beacon. Let us paint our legacies through each of our unique journeys as college graduates. Thank you.
Thank you, Gway and Sydney, and again, congratulations to the co-valedictorians and the salutatorian of the class of 2023. Among the special privileges of an institution of higher learning at its commencement is the awarding of an honorary degree by the Board of Trustees. The recipient of such an honor exemplifies in her or his life the work and values and traditions held dear by the college, and certainly today's recipient of the Doctorate of Humane Letters is especially deserving of the degree we are about to bestow. It is my pleasure to call upon Mr. Darrell Owens, Beacon College's Associate Vice President of Communications and Engagement, to preside in awarding this degree. It is also my privilege to call Temple Grandin to the front of the stage to be joined by Board Chair Averbeck and President Haggerty.
Good morning. The Cambridge Dictionary defines a trailblazer as the first person to do something or go somewhere who shows that it's possible for other people. In the world of neurodivergence, no one embodies the meaning of trailblazer better than Dr. Temple Grandin. More than perhaps any other person in modern history, your life's work has truly helped the world understand that individuals who think differently are, in your own words, just that, different, but never less. Born at the advent of autism diagnosis, you didn't speak until you were 4 years old. Your doctors told your parents you had what they called brain damage. And in keeping with those times, they recommended that you be institutionalized. Fortunately for all of us, your mother refused to accept that fate for her daughter, and she had the means to continue to fight for your place in the world until you could take up that fight yourself. And fight you did, through bullying and even expulsion, until you finally found your place at Hampshire Country School for exceptional students who have not found success in traditional settings. A place that perhaps felt like home to a young girl who had struggled for so long in schools designed for the neurotypical. Even as a small child, you loved to tinker, to experiment, to focus until you figured things out. You now credit your single-mindedness to your autism, theorizing that many brilliant people in history, Einstein and Edison among them, could likely also credit the determination that led to their world-changing inventions to autism. At Hampshire Country School, your natural tendencies were encouraged, leading to your first invention, the hug box. From there, you couldn't be stopped. You grew up to earn a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, and finally, the pinnacle of education, a doctorate. Today, in addition to serving as a highly respected professor, lecturer, and consultant in animal sciences, you've dedicated yourself to helping autistic individuals develop fulfilling careers. In turn, you are helping the neurotypical world understand that those whose brains work differently, whose thoughts flow in pictures like your own, or in music, or math, or pure logic, can solve problems that others cannot. Most recently, your ideas for harnessing the hidden brilliance of the neurodivergent were shared in no less a platform than a guest essay in the New York Times, titled, "Society is Failing Visual Thinkers, and That Hurts Us All." Your words shed light on how our schools are failing neurodivergent children via one-size-fits-all curricula and emphasis on test scores and GPAs, and how they can better help those students. That essay embodied what we strive to do for students here at Beacon College, as does your position that neurodiversity should be embraced and nurtured to its full potential, even celebrated. Even more, yours is the foremost voice for and about individuals with autism. You are always ready to lend an ear to families who want to better understand their autistic members and help them thrive. Always happy to provide a word of practical, applicable advice to struggling parents. Your website, your writings, and your lectures are treasure troves of insight into a life most struggle to grasp. While the world knows you for your innovative designs of livestock handling facilities, and for Claire Danes portraying you in an award-winning story of your remarkable life, here at Beacon College, we know you as an abiding guide and hero. The trail you've spent your entire life blazing lit the way for this institution to nurture and develop those like you who think differently. You are dedicated to being purely, unabashedly yourself while simultaneously proving to the world that neurodiversity is a treasure to be embraced, not a burden to be endured. Your life and work are striking testimony to the reality that had your mother listened to the experts, the loss of you to the neurodiverse world would be incalculable. Therefore, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees at Beacon College, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto pertaining, and cause you to be invested with the hood appropriate to that degree.
Well, one of the things I want to thank is all the good teachers I had. I had some very, very good teachers. I was terrible in math. I got to thank Mr. Norb Dion for tutoring me in his office. And people often ask me, how'd you end up in the cattle industry? I got exposed to it as a teenager. I think it's appropriate we're in the cattle barren room. But students get interested in things they get exposed to. And I do a lot of talks to big corporations, and I explain to them that we need the different kinds of minds. We really, really need them. Now, all of my thoughts are in pictures. The HBO movie showed exactly how I think in pictures. And I didn't know until I was in my 30s that other people think in words. I just assumed everyone thought the same way. Now, in my new book, Visual Thinking, yes, and I'm a shameless book promoter, because my big COVID project, along with my co-author Betsy Lerner, verbal thinker, working with a visual thinker, I'd write the rough drafts, kind of disorganized, do all the internet research. Betsy would straighten everything out. But the reason for writing this book, Visual Thinking, is I'm very concerned about losing skills that we need really badly. Now, there's scientific research that shows that there's different kinds of thinking. I'm an object visualizer. So everything I think about is a picture. Now, the kinds of jobs that object visualizers are good at, animals. And I notice you got a big major here, anthrozoology, people working with animals. The other thing they're good at is mechanics. Some of these kids that are addicted to video games, you can get them off with mechanics, art, and photography. And then you have your visual spatial. That's your math kid. Patterns, your degreed engineer. And then, of course, you've got word thinkers. Now, one of the problems with word thinkers is they tend to overgeneralize, where visual thinkers tend to think about specifically, how can we solve a problem? Now, let's look at where we need different kinds of thinking in engineering, because I've designed equipment for every major meat company, and I've worked with all the different ones. And the people in the shop invent the mechanically clever equipment. And about 20% of the people I worked with in the shops would be today diagnosed autistic, dyslexic, or ADHD. And you know what? Can't do algebra. Cannot do algebra. I just went on a corporate jet last week, belongs to a man that took one course in welding, can't do algebra. He builds beef plants all over the US. We don't make the pork plant equipment and the chicken plant equipment anymore. It all comes from Holland. And this goes back to taking out the skilled trades classes and the hands-on classes out of the schools. If I hadn't had woodworking, sewing, and art, I would have absolutely hated elementary school. But I'm concerned, especially my kind of mind, getting screened out. And we've got some very serious problems right now with skill loss. We do not make the state-of-the-art electronic chip-making machine. It's from Holland. This is the machine that makes the fancy chip that goes in the iPhone. Also, all this food processing equipment from Holland and Italy, high-wage countries. So there's two parts of engineering. The degreed engineer who does math, does the boilers and the refrigeration, makes sure a tornado's not going to blow the building all apart. And the visual thinker invents all the mechanically complicated equipment, like think packaging equipment, that goes inside the plant. This is something that educators just don't understand. There's also two different ways of solving engineering problems. Mathematicians calculate risk. When I found out why Fukushima burned up, I couldn't believe it. It did not have a watertight doors, no watertight doors to protect the electric, I want to emphasize, electric emergency cooling pump that's not going to run underwater. That's why you need the people like me who can't do algebra. I've looked at the horrible mess with these buildings falling down in Turkey, and what you need there is diagrams published on every billboard. How do you build that type of construction? It's a very simple form of construction. Column size, concrete mix, you didn't overmix the concrete, the size of the rods you put in it, just publish how you build these buildings. Then that would make everybody a building inspector. Because one of the developers that developed a real pretty building thought it was built right, it fell down and killed some of his family members. And that was one of the developers. Yes, some of them were crooks. But on the other hand, as a visual thinker, it would be easy just to train people how to build that type of construction. It's a very basic construction. It's not complicated. I just see it. You might say the rebars should be the size of a broom handle, not the size of a pencil. Just things that simple. But we're losing skills. This is a very, very big issue. And I tell business leaders, we need all the different kinds of thinking. You know, the educators might talk about something vague, like an inclusive classroom. Well, how do you actually do that? I'll tell you one thing you need to do, get rid of the LED lights that flicker, and you can find them by photographing the room in slow motion video. Oh, you see, that's something specific that helps make an inclusive classroom. So I just want to end up and say, we need all the different kinds of minds. The object visualizers, which I'm very concerned about getting screened out due to the math requirements, which I had to major originally in psychology to get out of math requirements. I dropped the physics class, I dropped the biomedical engineering class. And then I read about this metal on metal hip joint where metal residue went into people's bodies. I would not have made that mistake. They usually test that stuff on sheep first. I would have found that gunk and going, wait a minute, this is going to be a problem. We need the different kinds of minds, and that's why I wrote my new book, Visual Thinking, and I'm going to be really commercial. Amazon's warehouse has a whole bunch of them. Because I'm concerned about so many kids just, they're playing video games in the basement. We don't have people to fix factories right now. It's a big problem, to fix airplanes. So I think we'll just end with that, and I want to make you think about different ways. You need everybody who thinks differently.
Congratulations, Dr. Grandin. What a magnificent and visionary journey you have had during your lifetime. We now prepare to affirm and celebrate in a very public way the achievements of our soon-to-be distinguished alumni, Beacon's class of 2023. Members of the class of 2023 of Beacon College, by virtue of your academic accomplishment and upon the vote of your faculty and the Board of Trustees, you will be awarded your undergraduate degree from a proud and collegiate community. To all gathered here, it is now my privilege to present the class of 2023 of Beacon College. Will the candidates for the degree of Associate of Science and Associate of Arts please rise? President Haggerty, on behalf of the faculty of Beacon College, I take great pleasure in presenting to you the candidates for the degrees of Associate of Science and Associate of Arts, each of whom has fulfilled all academic requirements for those degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Beacon College, I do hereby confer upon you the degree of Associate of Arts or Associate of Science in conformance with your course of study, with all honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto pertaining.
Will the Associate of Science and Associate of Art graduates now follow Registrar Santa to the platform?
Tyler Collins, Associate Science, Business Management. Samuel Erdell, Associate of Science, Business Management, cum laude. Isaiah Mark Johnson, Associate of Science, Computer Information Systems. Nicholas D. Wolfias, Associate of Science, Computer Information Systems. Daria Nicole Kirsch, Associate of Arts, Human Services. Jake E. Kirakos, Associate of Arts, Human Services. Brittany Slinsky, I blew that one, I'm sorry. Brittany Slinsky, Associate of Arts, Human Services, cum laude. Sydney Lauren Sturr, Associate of Arts, Humanities.
Congratulations to the Associate of Science and Associate of Art degree recipients of Beacon College's class of 2023. Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts please rise? President Haggerty, on behalf of the faculty of Beacon College, I take great pleasure in presenting to you the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, each of whom has fulfilled all academic requirements for these degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Beacon College, I do hereby confer upon you the Bachelor of Arts with all honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto pertaining.
Will the Bachelor of Arts graduates now follow Registrar Santa to the platform?
Faith Townsend, psychology. Ryan Michael Looney, humanities, summa cum laude. Jared Stewart Charnay, Human Services, magna cum laude. Hannah McIntyre, Human Services, magna cum laude. Annika Sandra McFarland, psychology, summa cum laude. Peyton Talley, Human Services. Abigail Olivia Ryan, Human Services. Ranjini Shankar, Human Services. Maxine Aguilar, Human Services, summa cum laude. Anthony Michael Lineman, psychology, cum laude. Wilkinson Gray Jones, studio arts. Sarubhika Sankit, humanities. Chris Page Stewart, Human Services. Delaney Demare, Psychology. Jonathan M. Brown, Human Service. Dawson Brads, Humanities. Joseph Philip Freeman, Humanities, cum laude. Clifton English Q, Psychology, summa cum laude. Sky Anthony Pinto, Human Services. Zoya P. Sanford, Human Services. Jason Popick, Human Services, cum laude. Sydney Kathleen Sugar, Human Services, summa cum laude. All right, Zillan U. Strong Allen, Human Services, summa cum laude.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science please rise? President Haggerty, on behalf of the faculty of Beacon College, I take great pleasure in presenting to you the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science, each of whom has fulfilled all academic requirements for this degree.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Beacon College, I do hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science, with all honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto pertaining.
Will the Bachelor of Science graduates now follow Registrar Santaw to the platform?
You ready? Oh, you want to wait till I all get, yeah. Ashley Albitz, Anthrozoology. Carlos Almask, Jr., Computer Information Systems, magna cum laude. Shalinda Aurora, Computer Information Systems, magna cum laude. Island Baker III, Computer Information Systems. William A. Bryant, Computer Information Systems. Kevin Alexander Cohen Gross, Computer Information Systems, cum laude. Matthew Paul Conley, Computer Information Systems. Joshua Cox, Computer Information Systems, summa cum laude. Ali Sal, Computer Information Systems, magna cum laude. Noah Andrew Cruz, Anthrozoology, cum laude. Evan Allen Cuddington, Anthrozoology. Austin Lee Davis, Computer Information Systems. Christopher Dew, Computer Information Systems. Rohan Diddy, Computer Information Systems. Daniel Duku, Anthrozoology, summa cum laude. Dylan Baker Drafts, Computer Information Systems, summa cum laude. Tyler Farrell, Business Management, magna cum laude. Samuel Edward Figler, Computer Information Systems. John Fisher, Business Management. Christopher Fox, Computer Information Systems, cum laude. Jameer C. Frank, Business Management. Barrett E. Gill, Business Management. Taylor Goodman, Anthrozoology, magna cum laude. Adam N. Gropper, Business Management. Stephen Craig Green, Business Management, magna cum laude. Michael Hall, Computer Information Systems, summa cum laude. Michael Hansen Jr., Computer Information Systems, summa cum laude. Luke Hart, Anthrozoology. Jude Heinen, Anthrozoology, magna cum laude. William Heinig, Computer Information Systems, cum laude. Say it yourself.
Hold on one minute, please. It's William Heineck.
There you go. Cum laude. Ethan Robert Hill, Computer Information Systems, summa cum laude. Aaron Hyde, Business Management, summa cum laude. All right. Chloe Alzi Ifra Padin, Business Management, cum laude. Pranav Jalan, Computer Information Systems, summa cum laude. Antonio Edward Kearns, Anthrozoology, cum laude. Jose Eduardo Lamas III, Business Management. Brennan McDaniel, Computer Information Systems, cum laude. Vincente R. Mendez, Computer Information Systems, cum laude. Alexander Patrick Rhodes, Anthrozoology, summa cum laude. Reed Weston Young Moser, Business Management. Andrew Michael Orani, Anthrozoology. Henry Pinther, Computer Information Systems, magna cum laude. Julia Tamar Plotkin, Anthrozoology. Kyle Richardson, Computer Information Systems, magna cum laude. Sarah Ann Ross, Anthrozoology. Caroline Miriam Ruckprecht, Business Management, magna cum laude. Talia Rivka Sauer, Business Management, magna cum laude. Kathleen Scheck, Anthrozoology, cum laude. Liam Crowell, Anthrozoology, summa cum laude. Emmanuel Singleton, Computer Information Systems, summa cum laude. Micah S. Smith, Computer Information Systems. Riley Smith, Computer Information Systems, magna cum laude. Samuel Warren Spade, Business Management, summa cum laude. Catherine Springer, Anthrozoology. Gabriel Maurice Stamper Kern, Business Management. Murphy Roland Taylor, Anthrozoology. Matthew Velez, Business Management, summa cum laude. Xavier Thomas, Computer Information Systems, summa cum laude. Miles M. Thornton, Computer Information Systems. Tyler William Verwillis, Computer Information Systems, magna cum laude. Okay, thank you. Sienna Villeneuve, Anthrozoology, magna cum laude. Samantha Weidrich, Anthrozoology. Quashawn Wilson, Computer Information Systems, summa cum laude. Bradley Wyatt, Anthrozoology, magna cum laude. Sarah Elizabeth Yeadon, Anthrozoology, summa cum laude. William Zezit, Computer Information Systems, magna cum laude.
Congratulations to each of the Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science degree recipients of Beacon College's class of 2023. Graduates, if you haven't already, you can now move your tassel from the right to the left of your cap. Beacon graduates, you are now part of a new and larger community of loyal alumni whose lives have been shaped and transformed by the Beacon experience. In May of '24, Heather Daly shared the excitement and pride that you are experiencing today, her graduation day. Heather returned to Beacon, and she serves as the college's Assistant Director of Admissions. It is my pleasure to call upon Ms. Daly to formally welcome you to your new place among Beacon's proud alumni.
Good morning. It is my privilege as a proud graduate of the class of 2014 to congratulate you and all that you've achieved today. I'm honored as well to welcome you to the College Alumni Association. I remember well the emotions, the joy, and the pride that I felt this day, and how happy I was that this moment was shared with those that I loved and admired, my parents, my extended family, my classmates, and the faculty and staff who guided me. Before you depart this ceremony and begin your post-Beacon life, I wanted to let you know that there's an important avenue for you to stay connected to the college. It's the Beacon Alumni Association. As fellow graduates, and now a member of the administrative staff, I can honestly say that Beacon College is indeed fortunate to have had the members of class of 2023 as defining elements of our community. It is my hope that you will join us as active and proud alumni, and congratulations again to the class of 2023. Thank you.
Thank you, Heather, and welcome to our newest alumni. It is now my privilege to introduce the third president of Beacon College, Dr. George Haggerty, to offer our concluding remarks.
Daryl's very tall. So right now, as you probably know, I can't really see the audience, but I can tell you 3/4 of this audience is doing this right now. And the other quarter doesn't have a watch. So Let me promise you that this will be fairly brief, but there are some closing things that I think are very important to say. The first thing that we need to do is to express gratitude to Dr. Temple Grandin, who really is an icon for the world, but also particularly for Beacon College. You've graced this stage and you've honored us. You really do have the sense that we're all different, we're all special, and that is absolutely magnificent. You have definitely pursued the life abundant, and as Saya says in Unstoppable, you're like a Porsche with no brakes.
I just gotta make a comment. We gotta show people we can get things done. When I did my first projects that were shown in the HBO movie in the 70s, a lot of people thought I was stupid and I amounted to nothing. And one of the things that motivated me in building those projects was to prove that I wasn't stupid. Go out there and get good things done.
I guess I should sit down now. In follow-up to that, dear graduates, dear members of the class of 2023, how magnificent you are. And bright, and resourceful, and persevering, and dedicated to each other. We are so very, very proud of you because we know that you are our most enduring legacy. How you live your life and the work that you do to improve the world is our legacy to the world. We celebrate you in the college during a time of new horizons. You have been trailblazers, pathfinders, innovators. And you did so at a very extraordinary time for not only this nation, but the world. 2 years of your time here on campus were during the COVID pandemic. And you may have remembered we had the Beacon bubble, which you didn't like me for, I understand that. Well, you didn't have to reinforce it, but you already have the degree, so don't worry. You had the courage of responsibility, and I can say the same for our faculty and staff. You had the courage of responsibility. I can remember lining up behind you at spaces, and every 2 weeks we got our tests, and we had our list of everything we needed to do, and we had a scale to show people how we were doing, and you know what? We did very well. But we had the courage of responsibility to bring our students back as quickly as possible and to protect them safely on this campus. And you were all a major part of that. So I want to thank you because that was early on in your experience, and we've had to rebuild the traditions, the protocols, all the things that were there before, but they have to be a little different now. And I want to say it has been so much easier at Beacon than my colleague presidents report on their campuses, because you have the courage of responsibility, not only responsibility for yourself, but responsibility for those who you graduate with today. In closing, see, I told you I'd be short. In closing, I ask that you heed the call of Henry David Thoreau. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams and live the life that you have imagined. Dear graduates of Beacon College Class of 2023, live that life well and live that life abundantly. And take the example of Temple Grandin. Become Porsches without brakes. Be unstoppable. So,
I gotta say something for the vision of the people who started Beacon College. That took vision. I went out and I looked at your campus and it started in a storefront. That takes vision to do that, to help the people who think differently to get out and be successful.
We always at Beacon allow for freestyle when people receive their degrees. And I can't tell you how honored and blessed I feel to have Temple Grandin come and stand next to me. It's just incredible. Listen, the last thing I can say is take from the spirit of Bob Dylan. May you stay forever young. Thank you.
It has been my honor to preside over this celebration, the 33rd commencement of Beacon College. I would now ask you to rise, but I think most of you are. So we are all of us in regalia are going to recess out, and I ask you to remain at your seats until the final graduate has departed the ceremony. Then there'll be ample time for celebrating. I now call the 33rd commencement exercises of Beacon College to a close. Dr. Fleming will lead us out.